Hi Laney, this video is my response to answer your challenge that the two of us just start making stuff. As you can see, I am also filming this in my closet because of the acoustics and because I like to find meaning where it isn't. And I liked that you were in your closet. I thought it could be a cool little metaphor to be walled in a little messy room. I'm not calling your room messy, I'm calling my room messy. To be walled in a little messy room and talking about creativity because I think creativity is very messy. It also helps, I think, that my favorite childhood story begins in a closet that is a portal to a magical world. And I also thought that it would just be funny that if anyone watches these videos later on, whoever watches them, their first interaction with the two of us is going to be both of us sitting on the floors of our closet talking to each other from a state away. Unlike you, I have not been reading very much about creativity, and words, either spoken or written, are really not my medium of choice. And I think you know as well as I do that I much prefer to be behind the camera than in front of it, so this is a challenge for me, and I don't love doing it. But I do love asking questions, and since this is the only way that you will accept a response, I'm going to ask them here. So, first question, are there limits to what this space on the internet between our two closets can become? And what do you want to fill it with? Because closets are made to be filled and used. A writer friend of mine once told me she compared the boundaries that we impose on creativity, like the walls of a closet, or a word count to an essay, or the frame of a camera, or the color palette of a painting, or just the two of us making ourselves make videos. All of those she compared to putting up a fence around a playground. Because if you have no fence, the kids will just stay on the playground. They'll stay close to it, they won't explore, they won't venture out beyond it or take up new space. But if you put a fence around it, it creates a safe space for them to try new things. They'll move all the way to the fence, they'll even cross it. Because boundaries in creative spaces are made to be pushed up against, bounced off of, and even climbed over. And so I'm hoping that this format that is forcing us to make silly little videos for each other can be that for both of us. Because what is creativity if not the practice of taking what could be and pushing it across the line of imagination into what is? And speaking of what could be, here's another question that I have. Can I use this space to show you all the stored potential in the projects that I have started, like this dragon that I have here that I've been learning to crochet, or these silly little drawings of mushrooms that I did today. But I don't want this to be just like a show and tell sort of thing. So maybe I should also talk about all the old projects that I have failed to finish. Many of them are in this closet. There's like some fabric up above me for a pair of pants that I've never started to make. And can we talk about how messy the whole process of this is, and how so much of the creative process, at least for me, is having no clear idea how to begin, how to continue, or how to finish at all, and how to take something from my mind and bring it into being, like you talked about. And also how the fact that I don't know is often very crippling to me. Can I swear in these videos when I say that the only real method that I've learned for creativity is to f around and find out? Or should I not say that? Or should I have not censored it for the sake of authenticity? But now I'm really getting into the weeds. I think the more important question that I'd like to ask is one that you can't answer, and I hope maybe this process can answer it for me, which is, how do I create something with meaning that says something important or that evokes an emotion, and how do I make something that I'm proud of having made? I don't know how to do any of those things, but I think maybe it starts just like the playground analogy, or the two of us sitting in our closets and making ourselves make stuff. It starts with taking up space. So here's to taking up space together.